So David, I'm Chinwei. I'm one of the co-founders of PocketSuite. Good to meet you.
Same here.
Cool. I'm Sean. I'm the community manager and trying to get everyone together. So thanks very much for your time today. Appreciate it.
No problem. You're welcome. Right. Thanks for having me.
So David, we've had the benefit of connecting with one of your colleagues in the market. So we're going to jump right in into like understanding your business and understanding kind of what you offer to clients, because it's a really exciting industry.
Okay.
So can you share a little bit about what it is you do, and then like talk to us like we're 5-year-olds in terms of just how the business works.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Cool Geeks offers professional TV installation, home theater, custom home theater, security solutions, and smart home solutions for residential and small business customers in across the greater metro Atlanta area. We've been in business since 2014 now, and just have been continuing to grow and see good progress and have a great reputation in the market and just continue to build off of it. And PocketSuite has been one of those things that have been very instrumental in helping us build and grow.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. So tell me, what is a smart home? Like, and how do I know if I have one?
So a smart home can be everything from just like a simple video doorbell to smart locks, smart lights, smart garage door opener, automated thermostats, smart music that you can control with Alexa or Google Home. I mean, there's all types of things. It seems like every day some type of new device is being added to the smart platform. So just things that smart homes are basically just things that you would install to make your everyday life easier.
So it's funny, we have a bunch of cameras in our home. We have a pseudo smart home, and my husband and I will we'll call each other on it. It's like, hey, did you do the dishes? And it's like, oh, yeah, kind of. And he's like, I actually saw the footage. You haven't done them yet. And so it's like a whole thing. He's like, watch the footage. And I'm like, I don't want to watch the footage. I want to have a conversation. So this is the danger of a smart home.
Yeah, smart homes make us lazy.
But okay, so I have a question, right? Because like I'm not nearly as technologically savvy as the two of you. Like, I understand technology, but like, I'm 44 and I didn't grow up, as much with it. And so I appreciate all that stuff. Like, if you could tell the thermostat to go up when you're out, so you come home in the house, or you tell the lights go on, all that kind of stuff. But like, is there any sort of issue with exposing yourself to information breaches or hacks or having a malfunction and then nothing works? Like, is that an issue?
Yes and no. So, I mean, all these devices are on the internet. So yes, someone could hack into your internet and potentially see your cameras or tamper with your devices or anything else. So whenever you see stuff on movies, all these spy movies and everything else, it's for a reason. I mean, all this stuff is kind of like when something comes out and does happen in the real world, and we just look at it like, oh, that happened on such and such movie. It's kind of like they're preparing us for when something does happen. Yeah, I mean, the same thing like we're talking right now on this video call. So every phone has now fingerprint readers, front-facing and rear-facing cameras. I mean, if you go set a bomb off somewhere or rob a bank or anything, even if you've never been arrested or anything before, they can turn these cameras on and find you if they want to. I mean, so yes, you can open yourself up for the potential to be hacked, but I mean, it's just goes back to being smart about what you put in a smart home. No, you shouldn't put cameras everywhere in bedrooms and everything else. You put stuff in common areas to where if something did get hacked, you don't have to worry about anything major happening coming from behind it.
Right, and you want a good password, right? So that's the problem with people who just like, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the passwords. That's not going to cut it, right? Okay.
Yeah, so internet security is important. Yes, you want to have a good, strong password. You want to have firewalls on your network and things like that to try to help safeguard yourself.
So David, how did you get into this line of work?
I started off as a hobby. I was in sales management for the bulk of my life, and with sales, companies play around with your pay plan every couple years, and I was just trying to find a way to make some extra money. I put an ad on Craigslist to install TVs, and I think that first week I made $600 or $700 extra on the side, and saw that it had potential, and just built it up alongside my job. It took me 9 or 10 months to match what I was making, and I quit and never looked back.
So let me ask you this, because you meet all types when you do this work, and one of the things that I've certainly been exposed to just in my own home is like, usually the guys in the house always want to do it themselves. It's like, oh no, I'll take care of that, right? Oh no, I'll take care of that, and then like it never happens, right? And it's just like this list is growing. Do you run into folks who are like, oh, we can do this ourselves? Like, what, I'll just take care of that? Or is that one of the areas where they're like, no, let's not mess with the TV? Like that's got to be set up right.
Well, so as a contractor, I believe most contractors can attest to this. When someone calls for a quote and they say something like, "Oh, I could really do it myself. I just rather find," it's a huge turnoff. So most of the time, those jobs don't end up being booked because we're not going to agree on price, because they think they know everything already. But most people book me and find me off of my reputation online and referrals and so forth. So I don't run into it as often than where I have to go back and forth on pricing with people. But yeah, you do come across it every now and
then. Your online game is strong, because we just interviewed O'Neill Clive, or O'Neill Campbell from
Okay, yeah.
And he said you were one of the reasons he got into it, and he was doing so well is he just started following you online. And sort of seeing what you were doing and going up from there. So he had a lot of nice things to say about you, and also your media that's out there. So
yeah, I remember when he first started, we reached out to me, and I gave him a bunch of tips in the beginning, and he took everything and ran with it, and it's paid off for him.
That's awesome.
That's the nice thing about our community, is that people working together, helping each other, mentoring and supporting each other, right? So
Yep.
So David, can you tell us a little bit, because the thing I'm fascinated with, we built PocketSuite because we want people to live their best life, make as much as they want, and to live how they want. The way we see folks doing that is through recurring income, right? So like, it's not just I come to your house, I install the TV and see you later. It's I install the TV and we continue to maintain that relationship in some way. I continue to deliver value and services for you. What's the long-term model for you to continue to maintain these relationships and to continue to deliver value?
Well, so with my type of business, I'm always having to hunt for new customers. There's not a lot of recurring revenue that I can do with what I do. I could add in some type of service plan or warranty, but there's not a lot of recurring revenue potential with what I do. So long term, just probably just adding on more techs and just growing a business, opening a store, things like that. One major thing that I wanted to ask you all about is there a potential for PocketSuite to do more of a CRM type platform to where reviews can be generated, or automatic review link is sent to customers after a payment's accepted or something like that?
Yes, it's coming soon. So yes, we're going to do reviews, we're going to do referrals, and we're going to go a step further than that. So we know that, when you do great work for folks, if they scream from the mountaintop, it just makes your life so much easier in terms of getting that new business. So we're going to make it, we're going to try to automate word of mouth and really take those reviews and spread them pretty far and wide, but with folks that care about what people think, so that they'll follow up and reach out as well. So coming soon, and we may actually reach out to you separately to just get some feedback on how we might want to approach it, given your business.
Okay, absolutely.
If you think so many of our pros are so busy, right? So, you're right there with the state of the art automation. I can imagine you test everything out and you'd have everything in your house first and you pressure test to see what's good. For these busy pros, these entrepreneurs that we have that don't have time to do this and that, what are some things that you provide that can streamline their lives, make their lives easier?
It's a tough question. So what you're saying, what can I offer to other pros to help make their life easier?
Yeah, like stuff you have installed in your house that makes makes things faster, makes it like, oh, look, I come home from a long day at work, but the heat's up, the lights are on, the refrigerator's
Oh,
talking to
gosh.
me, these services that it's just one less thing to think about, right?
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, with smart homes, I always suggest just starting with just the essentials. You start with something like your outdoor lighting first, your front door, your back door, garage door lighting, to where you don't have to walk into a dark home. Automate your thermostats to where you can set schedules and it actually pays for itself because it saves you money, to where it's not just running all day, every day. And if you set a schedule or it starts learning your patterns of when you normally come home. So you're coming home to a cooler house and you're not just having run electricity all day long trying to keep the house cool and no one's there. Install a smart door lock to where if you do have anyone coming to do service for your home or anything, you don't have to give a key out. You can assign digital keys and you can see when people come or go. Or even with a smart garage door opener, a lot of people don't realize that's one of the easiest things to do. But if you do a smart garage door opener, you can sync it with Amazon to where you don't have to worry about packages getting stolen. They'll deliver the packages inside your garage. They can open and close the garage. Just little things like that. Just think of just the essential things that you do every day, and every smart home device has a purpose behind it. If you just sit and think of how can I integrate this into my life, it may look stupid of why would someone need this in their home, but you think about how you would use it, makes all the sense in the world.
So I have an idea for you because I'm still thinking about the recurring income. Like for me, the moment you say smart home, I get like super competitive. Like, yeah, I want my home to be smart. And so, and I start asking, is there a test I can take to sort of see how smart my home is? And then like, can I make progress over time in sort of adding stuff to my home to make it smarter and smarter? So every year, every whatever it is, but period, I'm continuing to invest in that. Do you have anything that like quizzes or assessments people can take that like gets them going, gets them thinking about what they could do over time?
No, but mentioning that's actually something that's pretty cool. I can probably integrate that very simply. Was I use like MailChimp and Constant Contact, things like that. So yeah, that's something I could easily put together and send out to clients and get some more business.
Yeah, if you send that to us, we'll share it with the PocketSuite community. We'll get them thinking about how to make their homes smarter. But these are folks that love technology already, so it's like it's a natural extension. So as you think about the set of things that you had to do to make the transition from your full-time sales job to what you're doing now, what was the moment where you were like, I can actually start doing this full-time? This is
biggest thing that I had to do, and that I tell people all the time that are asking about going to business for themselves or anything, is tell them to don't look at how much you're making per year or at your job, your salary or anything. Look at your take home or what you need to actually function month by month, week by week, or whatever. So I had to look at what I was actually bringing home and what I would need to pay my essential bills. And when I was able to match that, I knew that I could go ahead and go full time with it.
That's awesome. And when you talk to your family about like going out and working for yourself, what kind of reactions did you get?
Well, my wife has a small salon too. She was self-employed before I was. So yeah, we're both
nice. So she's like, it's about time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So as you think about, I have to ask this because you're the smart home guy. Is like, how smart is your home? Like, how smart you got?
Well, so all this stuff I've pretty much self-taught myself. Like I said, I started off doing just TV installs, and as I wanted to grow with more products, I pretty much tore my house up and put it back together and figured out how to do it. So everything in here is my house is like a Frankenstein. I mean, something cool comes out, I buy it, play around with it, so I know how to use it when I'm talking to customers and not just looking at a review online. I actually have it in my home. If I like it, I keep it. If not, I'll resell it to someone else. But I'll at least have hands-on experience with it, so I'm not sitting there trying to figure it out on the spot.
So that's what we want to know. Like, what is the most valuable stuff? Like the thermostat thing seems like a great idea, right? Mm-hmm. And like the garage door thing, anything that can shave some time off and make things more secure. But like, what are the products that you like the best? Like total game changers.
I like lighting, smart lighting, where I can walk through the house and I can say, okay, Google, turn off media room lights, and you'll see my lights going to go off in a second. Oh, well,
I didn't understand.
yeah, here I kept talking.
It's pretty smart. It's pretty smart.
Yeah, but I can sit on the couch and control lights. I can set schedules to where if I'm out of town or anything, lights come on and off to where it still looks like someone's home. Security is probably the first thing that anyone should do, in my opinion, even if it's something as simple as just a smart doorbell where you can see who's at the door. You can monitor if you get packages or anything. A smart door lock where you don't have to worry about keys being lost or stolen. And definitely the thermostat, as we talked about already. Just essential things like that. Thermostat, smart door lock, smart doorbell, and a couple smart lights. Then you just build onto it from there.
And what is the way out in left field stuff? Like where is this going? We're gonna just tell our house what to do in like 10 years and do everything.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can do everything from, they have like smart plugs that you can plug small appliances in, and then you can set timers on those like a coffee pot. You can do, say, a smart speaker to where it automatically comes on in the morning as an alarm clock and goes to your favorite radio station. Then the smart plug will start your coffee maker. The lights may come on, so when the alarm goes off, instead of a buzzer going off, your radio station comes on, or favorite song comes on. The lights gradually come on from dark to light, so you don't just have a bright light come on and wake you up. Coffee makers going. You can have the iron come on to start warming up. There's all kind of things that you can do with it.
That's amazing. So, what's your favorite sci-fi movie? Clearly, you're the person who's going to tell us.
Well, so I'm in a big debate on social media right now. So I was born in 1980, but I never got into Star Wars. So I've got a bunch of people right now saying that I need to change my name from Cool Geeks. I don't deserve the Geeks title because I'm not a Star Wars fan. But I'm a big Marvel fan. All the Marvel movies pretty much I love. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things about me. I've never gotten into Star Wars. I actually just started trying to watch it yesterday, and I don't think I'm going to make it through it.
No, don't watch the new stuff. The new stuff just yikes. Yeah.
You know, I'm from the 70s. The original one, if you slow one of the scenes down, because they thought it was a joke, they never thought it'd go anywhere. You can see someone throw like a tennis shoe in the back of the scene because it was just like we're gonna make this one movie, maybe it'll make it, but like they never thought. So if you slow this one scene down, there's a tennis shoe flying through space. So I saw the original in the theater. I'm an old dog.
That's insane. So just one message, David, one message for the PocketSuite community. Anything you want to share with the PocketSuite community that's, as we're sort of thinking about, we're all spending a lot of time at home and so looking around thinking about all the stuff we don't like and all the stuff, we've taken for granted. Any thoughts or reflections just based on what you've seen and navigated through this time?
I would just, my biggest suggestion is just utilize the tool. Just utilize the tool, just grow with it, just integrate it to your website, use everything that's there for you. It can only help you. I've been using PocketSuite, I think, since you all started now. I have to have been one of the first people on the platform. But it grows with you. Everything's right there. You'll be surprised of how much it will benefit you a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, where you can just easily go back and export information, pull customer lists, look at your year-to-date now versus last year, your trends. Everything's right there. It's just an amazing app, and it's definitely a huge benefit if you use it right.
Thank you so much, David. One final thing, just a quote, any quote that just inspires you day to day as you do the work you do.
Stay 10 toes down.
Oh, that.